So, I just completely binged Spider-Man 2, and I have got to say, this is the Spider-Man game I have always wanted. In fact, I've dreamed of since Ultimate Spider-Man and Web of Shadows. From the upgraded and new swinging and traveling mechanics, to the new combat abilities, all wrapped together with Insomniac's unique version of the symbiote story, this game honestly takes the best elements from every Spider-Man game and improves on it. This game has the best swinging since the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 2 game. It has the best black suit combat since Web of Shadows and Ultimate Spider-Man. Hell, this game is actually kind of Web of Shadows 2, and I mean that in the absolute best way. This game was a complete blast, and well, I almost denied myself of it. So before we get into this review, let's rewind. It's 2018. Spider-Man fans like myself have been dreaming of a game to replace the legendary Spider-Man 2 movie tie-in game. And then we hear the whispers. Sony is developing a new game, Insomniac Games is developing it, and boom! Marvel's Spider-Man 2018 comes out, and well, I couldn't tell you anything about it. You see, I was, and still am, an Xbox fuckboy. And even though I really wanted to play the game, I was loyal to Phil Spencer and his amazing smile. I told myself, you know what? I don't need this game. Yes, I've been waiting for it, but I don't need it. I have Xbox and all of its incredible exclusives. Still waiting on them. So a few years pass, I kind of forget about the Insomniac Spider-Man game, and then what do I see? The trailer for Spider-Man 2. And who might happen to be in it?
Yes, we will.
Is that Venom? Is that the motherfucking Venom? I am the biggest Venom fan. Like, I enjoy Venom way more than I do Spider-Man, and so I knew what I had to do. Please forgive me, Master Chief, for I have sinned. I quickly got myself in more credit card debt and purchased a PS5, the digital one. Look, I'm balling on a budget. And the very first thing I did was purchase and play the 2018 remastered Spider-Man game. And let me tell you, it was really creepy that it predicted the future.
We have alarming new data from the State Department of Health, and it shows that COVID cases and hospitalizations are spiking across New York.
But overall, I had a lot of fun with it. I don't think it's necessarily my favorite Spider-Man game. It's a little bit more gadget heavy than I personally would like, and I thought some of the dialogue was a little cheesy, but I had a really good time with it. In particular, all the parts with Mr. Negative. From the combat, to the cutscenes, to the story, I really thought Mr. Negative transitioned really well from comic book to video game, and I thought they did a fantastic job with him. So now, here we are, Spider-Man 2. My hype was through the roof, I stayed up, and I binged through it all, just so I can tell you that the 2 is foreshadowing, because now there are 2 Spider-Man. Without getting into spoilers, I think Insomniac Spider-Man 2 upgrades and levels up everything about the 2018 game in a positive direction. I really enjoyed the story. Maybe not as much as the first game, but that's because I'm a huge Eddie Brock fan, but I do really respect the direction Insomniac wanted to take. Not everything has to be exactly the same. So personally, it's not a story that's going to let you down. There are a few things at the end that they do with Peter that might upset some fans.
Wrong. You are everything I wanted to be!
Me personally, I saw it as a way to keep Peter just as interesting and fun to use as Miles, so it was more of a gameplay decision to keep Peter relevant and keep him up to date on a power skill level with Miles. I didn't mind it. It's something completely new that has not been done in the comics with Peter when it comes to the symbiotes, but I really enjoyed where Peter ends up at the end of the game, along with all the other characters. This leads to the new ability combat system. Where gadgets were the thing in the first game, now it's the ability system. When Peter doesn't have the symbiote, he uses the spider arms, and when he does, the symbiote takes its place, while Miles has his Venom strikes. Overall, the ability system was really rewarding, particularly when using the black suit. It was my favorite aspect of the game, from both a gameplay mechanic with the new ability system to the story of Peter slowly losing himself to the suit. It's honestly the peak of the game, and I've got to shout out Yuri, the voice actor of Peter Parker. He gives such a strong performance with his delivery and range, especially the black suit stuff.
I'm just here to save my friend.
Bravo, that was awesome. He is now up there with Josh Keaton as my favorite voice actor for Spider-Man. Continuing with the gameplay, there are some set pieces that are truly incredible. I mean, damn near cinematic. There's one in particular with one villain that really is going to leave fans happy. We also now have an expanded version of New York, which is now double the size of the original, all thanks to the inclusion of Queens and Brooklyn, and traveling it has never been better. Now with the new web wings and the updated speed, it has passed Spider-Man 2 swinging. And of course, with the great customization that you can have with both Miles and Spider-Man, being able to swing through the city and seeing Miles fight crime and jump in and help him, this was a game that I didn't even know I really wanted. It delivered on every aspect. The side quests are cool, the main story is cool. And as a Spider-Man fan, I like the direction they took. Again, it's a different universe. And I know there's going to be some people that might be keyboard warriors with how they respond with what they did with Peter at the end of the game, but overall, I like the direction. It makes sense from a gameplay standpoint, and I just really enjoyed every aspect of the game. To me, it's a perfect Spider-Man game. I'm really excited what the future holds. I don't know if they're planning to have this as a trilogy, but as someone who's an Xbox user who went out and bought a PlayStation for this game, man, it did not disappoint. My only negative with this game is honestly the time. I was able to beat this game in one day. I know there were some people online that said it was 30 hours. Maybe they're including all the side quests. It definitely was not 30 hours. Maybe I'm just really good at video games, and if that's the case, I need to go outside and possibly touch grass some more. But overall, I will say the time was a little concerning. I also beat the remastered 2018 game pretty quickly, so Insomniac, you might want to make just a little bit longer of a game. I would really appreciate that. But at the end of the day, nothing has made me feel like Spider-Man more than this game. Marvel's Spider-Man 2 is a childhood dream come true, and it is arguably the best piece of Spider-Man content that we have gotten other than the movies.
I am Spider-Man.
It's awesome, it's fun, and I really think even non-Spider-Man fans will enjoy this game. I am an Xbox user, and I went out and got this game because of how great it is, and I think it's an experience that everyone should try.